Picture this: 500 feet below the North Sea, pitch black, freezing water. Pressure against your suit is 30 times higher than on land. In your hand, a torch hotter than the surface of the sun. Above you, a crack in the steel, just wide enough to fail, just big enough to bring a billion-dollar platform down. You have one job: seal it perfectly. No second attempt, no supervisor to call, just you, a welding torch, and the laws of physics trying to stop you at every step. Why would anyone choose this? Today, your shift is deep-sea welding, one of the most demanding, brutal, and highest-paid skilled trades on Earth. We're going inside the world of saturation divers, the real protocols, the real dangers, and the one accident that permanently changed how this industry thinks. Underwater welding didn't start as a career. It started as a World War I problem. The British Admiralty needed to repair ships without dry dock. Crude and dangerous, but it worked. By the 1960s, the oil boom pushed divers deeper than anyone thought possible. Saturation diving was born. You're watching Insider Shift. Hit like and subscribe. A new expert shift drops every single week. The real breakthrough came in 1932. Soviet engineer Konstantin Kurinov proved something counterintuitive. You can arc weld underwater. The physics behind it is almost elegant. The arc burns over 6,000 degrees, vaporizing the surrounding water and creating a tiny dry bubble just long enough to deposit a weld bead. The water rushes back. The bead cools. Somehow it holds. That technique is called wet welding, and rapid cooling in seawater makes the metal brittle. But wait, the welding is actually the easy part. The real problem isn't the fire in your hand, it's the air in your lungs. Breathe normal air at depth, and nitrogen starts affecting your brain. At 30 meters, euphoria. At 60, confusion. At 90, divers lose their judgment entirely. At 90 meters, divers have reportedly offered their regulators to passing fish. Not a metaphor. It actually happens. The industry calls it nitrogen narcosis. Divers call it the martinis. Every 10 meters equals one martini on an empty stomach. At 500 feet, physics has made you dangerously drunk. Breathe heliox, a blend of helium and oxygen. It keeps your mind clear, breathes easier than nitrogen, and turns your voice into a chipmunk squeak. Helium pulls body heat 6 times faster than air. Saturation divers wear a hot water suit, warm water pumped around skin like a wearable radiator. Hyperbaric welding builds a habitat around the weld site, pumps the water out, and the diver works in a dry, pressurized room on the seafloor. Wet welding is duct tape in a rainstorm. Hyperbaric welding is a dry workshop on the seafloor. More expensive, but critical structures demand it. 3 things make or break an underwater weld: technique, gas mix, and thermal control. Miss anyone and you have not fixed the problem. Once you start this job, you cannot just leave. Surface too fast and dissolved gases form bubbles in your blood, joints, and spinal cord. Divers call it the bends, and it can kill. For a diver at 500 feet, decompression takes days of slow, controlled ascent, not hours. Saturation diving exists for exactly this reason. A team lives in pressurized steel chambers for up to 28 days at their working depth pressure. Each day they descend in a diving bell, complete their shift, and return. The tent is steel. The door stays sealed. The air is custom engineered. Decompression happens once on the final day of the rotation, slowly and controlled. The body adjusts to pressure once, and then it goes home. On November 5, 1983, the support vessel Byford Dolphin was working in the Norwegian North Sea. What happened next rewrote the industry's safety standards. A deck attendant accidentally released a sealed clamp under full pressure. The chamber decompressed from 9 atmospheres to 1 in a fraction of a second. 4 divers and 1 surface crewman died instantly. The Byford Dolphin accident triggered a complete overhaul of saturation diving safety across the entire industry. Today, every valve has triple redundancy. No single human error can open a sealed compartment. Every checklist in this industry carries the shadow of that morning. The movies get this job completely wrong. These are not adrenaline cowboys. Deep-sea welding is 90% discipline, 10% extreme focus. Full stop. Here's what nobody shows you. Delta P, differential pressure. Get too close to an opening near the worksite, and the suction traps your limb. Like a vacuum cleaner with jet engine power. No drama, just physics. That is why this job consistently ranks among the world's most dangerous. These are the invisible architects of the ocean floor, platforms you never think about, pipelines you never see, maintained by a handful of trained specialists, professionals who spend a month in a pressurized steel cylinder, descending daily to a workplace that most of the world will never know exists. The fatality rate exceeds construction, mining, and commercial fishing combined. Yet a fully certified saturation welder can earn over $300,000 a year, supply and demand, at crushing pressure. That is the honest equation behind one of the most dangerous, most skilled, and least visible jobs on Earth. Supply and demand at crushing pressure. Hit like and subscribe to Insider Shift for more. Your shift ends now. Drop a comment. The darkness, the pressure, or the fact you cannot leave. What is scariest? I read every one.